Peace, peace, peace. Love, love, love. Unity, unity, unity. Community, community, community. Family, family, family. Shlama, shlama, shlama. Peace, 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 peace. Love, 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 love. Unity, 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 unity. Community, 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 community. Family, 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 family. Shlama, 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 shlama. Today is February 19th, 2025. I'll be starting off with money and the law of attraction cards. Shout out to my cousins Esther and Jerry Hicks, the teachings of Abraham. Pick up from yesterday. Okay. $29. Why did I put 16 right there for? My attention to unwanted. There you go. Hold on. Give me 1 second, huh? That's 29, 30. Okay. I'm on the right track. That's 1. That's 15. That's 16. Okay, I'm back. My attention to unwanted attracts more unwanted. For every pleasing thing, there is a unpleasing counterpart. For within every practical of the universe is that which is wanted, as well as the lack of that which is wanted. When you focus upon a unwanted aspect of something in an effort to push it away from you, it only comes closer because you get what you give your attention to, whether it is something that you want or not. It is up to you to focus upon and attract what is wanted it. I could do it like this. One. What page is this? 14. 15. 16. Yep, do it like that. The law of attractions adds power to both problems and solutions. The realization that something is not as you want it to be is an important first step. But once you have identified that, the faster you are able to turn your attention in the direction of solution, the better, because a continued exploration of the problem will prevent you from finding the solution. The problem is a different vibrational frequency from the solution, and all thoughts or vibrations are affected by or managed by the law of attractions. Nothing is more important than I feel good. Whenever you are feeling less than good, if you will stop and say, nothing is more important than that I feel good. I want you to find a reason now to feel good. You will find an improved thought. Anytime you feel negative emotion, you are in the mode of resisting something that you want, and that resistance takes its toll on you. It takes its toll on your physical body, and it takes its toll on the amount of wonderful things that you are allowing to come in your experience. I subscribe to you. Can I get a shout out? Oh, sure. Yeah. Hola, ¿cómo está? Tru Hicks. Shout out to Anna Ortiz for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for being subscribed. Thank you. Most definitely, you get a shout out. Thank you for subscribing. My name is Tru Hicks. It stands for Truth, Righteousness, Unity. So if this is your first time, thank you for my coming to my channel. I promote peace, love, unity, community, and family in Shlama. Shlama is another word for abundance and wealth in Indian. So you know it. Share this video from 1 share to 10 shares, 10 shares to 100 shares, 100 shares to 1,000 shares, 1,000 shares to 100,000 shares, and y'all know the rest. 100,000 shares to 1,000,000 shares, and it all starts with who? You. So thank you for your support. I sell merchandise. I have hats all the way to the socks. If you are interested in making a purchase today, I'm doing a special. Buy one, get the other one 50% off. The email is in the description. On the better it gets, the better it gets. When you deliberately seek positive aspects of whatever you are giving your attention to, you, in a sense, tune your vibrational tuner to more positive aspects of everything. And of course, you could tune yourself negatively as well. But as excuse me, but as you are deliberately, deliberately looking for positive aspects in yourself or in others, you will find more of those things. The better it gets, the better it gets. For you get more and more of what you are thinking about, whether you want it or not. I want sales. I want sales. I want sales. I want sales. I want hoodie sales, hat sales, sweat sales, shirt sales. Um, that's all thing I want for today. It's snowing where I'm at, and it usually don't snow here, so now I gotta be stuck in the house. So I gotta sell my hoodies online. Hello, dot dot. I'm gonna shout out dot dot too. How you doing, dot dot? I could pivot under any and all conditions. Look at that. Look at how law speaks. You have the ability to pivot under any and all conditions. I just said, we snowing right now, so I gotta find a way to sell my hoodies, and this was about to tell me what I gotta do. Excuse me. You have the ability to pivot under any and all conditions, but most of you are habitual in nature, and your patterns are so well entrenched that at times the fastest path to the joy you seek is for you to take your pivot as you sleep, by reaching for good feeling thoughts before you go to sleep, and then experience the benefit of the quiet mind that occurs while you sleep, and then upon awakening, immediately turn into good feeling thoughts. You can accomplish the ultimate pivoting experience. What if everything was always working out for me? When you play the what if game, look if things that make you feel better. There is never a situation in which there is not a way out. But out of habit, most people continue to choose the lack perspective until they eventually find themselves where it seems that there are no more choices. But as you hold to your intentions to look for evidence of well being and thriving in success and happiness, you will tune yourself to vibrations of those things, and those kinds of good feeling experiences will dominate your life. The subject of money is really two subjects. The subject of money is really two subjects. One, money, plenty of money, and two, absence of money, not nearly enough money. Often people assume that because they are speaking the words, I want more money, they are speaking positively about money. When you are feeling fear or discomfort as you speak, you are not speaking of the subject of money, you are speaking of the subject of not enough money. And that difference is very important because the first subject brings money and the second holds it away. Mm, good point. I am becoming more aware of my feelings about money. Many people protest when we explain the power of telling the story of their finances as they want it to be rather than as it is, because they believe that they should be factual about what is happening. But if you continue to look at the lack for what it is and speak of what it is, you will not find the improvement that you desire. If you want to effect substantial change in your life experience, you must think of thoughts that feel different as you think them. I want to harmonize with what I believe is good. I want to be the best that I can be. I want to do and have live in a way that is in harmony with my idea of the greatest goodness. I want to harmonize physical I want to harmonize physically here in this body with that which I believe is the best or the good way of life. If you would make those statements and then do not take action unless you feel good, you will always be moving in harmony with your idea of that which is good. Hmm. My last one for today, then I'm going to my next book. I can always tell a different financially abundance story. What anyone else has or does not have has nothing to do with you. The only thing that affects your experience is the way you utilize the non physical energy with your thought. Your abundance of or lack of in it, your experience has nothing to do with what anybody else is doing or having. It's only has to do with your perspective. It only has to do with your offering of thought. If you want if you want your fortunes to shift, you have to begin telling a different story. I'm going to pause right here and say we are go approaching the 13-minute mark, and we know Allah's greatest gift to us is time. So thank you for spending 13 minutes of your time with me, listening to me, sharing this book with you. Thank you for all that supported me, gave me likes, gave me hearts, gave me thumbs up, gave me shares. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Also, I want to say thank you for the ones that made a purchase of a hoodie or a shirt or some shorts. I see the now. Thank you for the hearts now as well. Also, I want to say thank you for the donations. I don't ask for donations at all, but I do see my cash app. Some people been donating. Don't know who you are, but I thank you. My cash app is money sign UNDERTAKER 5418 and dot dot if you could put that money sign Undertaker 5418. Thank you for your time. The next book I'll be reading, let me put this up. Be on 26. Okay. I'm gonna turn it that way like that.
Cash sign Undertaker 5418.
Yep. The next book I'll be reading is How I Raised Myself from Failure to Success in Selling. Make sure y'all drink your juices, your teas, your waters. I got my water to the right of me. I'll be drinking my tea in a minute as well. Before I go into the next book, I want to just say, friendship is a gift that lasts. And what belongs to you shall come to you. Message. Okay. This is the next book I'll be reading. It's called How I Raised Myself from Failure to Success in Selling. Random page, random chapter, and it goes like this. Chapter 9 on the dot. How asking questions increased the effectiveness of my sales interviews. A new idea sometimes produces rapid and revolutionary changes in a man's thinking. For instance, only a short time before I made that sale in New York, I had a set goal for myself to become a $250,000 a year producer. I thought that by hard, consistent work, I could make it. Now, suddenly, I produced a 250,000 in one day. Fantastic. How could this be? Only 1 week before a 250,000 a year looked big. Now here I was thinking a million is my goal. Those were some of the thoughts racing through my head that night on that train riding back to Philadelphia. I was having an emotional jag. I was too excited to stay in my seat. Back and forth I paced through the car. Every seat was occupied, but I don't remember seeing a soul. Over and over again, I went through the cell, every word of it. What Mr. Booth said, what I said. Finally, I sat down and wrote out the entire interview. How utterly futile and ridiculous that trip would have been, I said to myself, if I had heard that talk Elliot Hall gave on the importance of asking questions. The truth is, just a few days before, I wouldn't even had considered going to New York on such a case. I realized this. If I had attempted to say exactly the same things without putting them in the form of questions, I have been kicked out of three out of I've been kicked out in 3 minutes flat. Although I said what I said, although I said what I had to say with all the force and excitement possibly could, this successful manufacturer never once showed any resentment. Putting my ideas in the form of questions showed him how I felt about what he should do. But at the same time, kept him in the bar seat. Each time he offered an objection or comment, I passed the ball right back to him with another question. When he finally got up, took his hat and said, "Let's go." I know he felt that idea was his. Only a few days later, I obtained a letter of introduction from a friend of mine to the young president of a firm of builder engineers who were then erected several important projects. It was one of the most promising organizations in the city. The young president read my letter of introduction at a glance and said, "If it's insurance you want to talk about, I'm not interested. I just bought more insurance about a month ago." There was something so final in his manner. I felt as though it would be fatal to be I felt as though it would be fatal to be persistent. However, I was sincere in waiting to know this man better, so I ventured one question. "Mr. Allen, how did you ever happen to get started in the building construction business?" I listened for 3 hours. Finally, his secretary came in with some checks for him to sign. As she left, the young executive looked up at me and said nothing. I looked back at him in silence. "What do you want me to do?" he asked. "I want you to answer a few questions," I replied. I left there knowing exactly what was in mind, his hopes, ambitions, objectives. Once during the interview, he said, "I don't know why I'm telling you all these things. You know more than you know more now than I ever told anybody, even my wife." I believe he discovered things that he didn't know himself, things that he I'm sorry. I believe he discovered things that he didn't know himself, things that he had never definitely crystallized in his own mind. I thanked him for his confidence and told him I was going to give some thought and study to the information he had given me. 2 weeks later, I presented a plan to him and two associates for the perpetration and protection of their business. It was Christmas Eve. I left the company office at 4 o'clock that afternoon with signed orders for 100,000 insurance on his life of the president, 100,000 on the vice president, and 25,000 on the secretary of treasury. Hmm. That was the beginning of the close personal friendship with these men. During the following 10 years, the business I did with them increased to a total of $750,000. Never once have I felt that I have sold them anything. They have always bought instead of trying to give them the impression that I knew all the answers, as was my habit before I heard J. Elliott Hall. I made them give me the answers, largely by asking questions. For a quarter of a century, I have found this way of handling people 100 times more effective than trying to win them to my way of thinking. At the time I got an idea from Mr. Hall, I thought he had discovered a new way of thinking. Shortly afterward, I learned that another great salesman right here in Philadelphia took some time out to write a few things on this subject 150 years before I met Mr. Hall. You may have heard of him. His name was Benjamin Franklin. Franklin told how he dug up this idea from a man who lived in Athens, Greece, 2,200 years before Ben Franklin himself was born. That man's name was Socrates. By his method of questioning, Socrates did something that few men in all history have been able to do. He changed the thinking of the world. I was surprised to learn that as a young man, Franklin couldn't get along with people and made enemies because he argued, made so many positive statements, and tried to dominate people. Finally, he came to realize that he was losing out all around. Then he became interested and studied the Socrates method. He took great delight in developing this art and practiced it continually. Franklin wrote, "The habit, I believe, has been a great advantage to me when I have occasion to persuade men into measures that I have been from time to time engaged in promoting. And as the chief ends of conversation are to inform or to be informed, I wish well meaning, sensible men who would not lessen their power of doing good by a positive, assuming manner that tends to create opposition and to defeat every one of those purposes for which speech was given." And this is the book How I Raised Myself, Failure to Success in Selling. Frank Begetter. Make sure y'all drink y'all waters. Sorry for checking the screen. If y'all just tapping in, I just want to say, I want to pause it right here and say thank you for spending some time with me on this morning, on this day rather. Um, Today's a beautiful day. They calling for snow where I'm at, so I gotta stay inside and promote my clothing business here online. And if you don't mind, if you want to show support, show peace, love, unity, community, family, shalom, you will email me, you will inbox me on Facebook, DM me on Instagram, your size, your color, and the method of payment. I do have hats all the way to the socks. We're working on other things to get into our inventory. For right now, that's what we have: hats, shirts, hoodies, shorts, socks. Get with us, y'all. Get with us. Go to my wife's channel as well. She's crushing it, y'all. That's Dion's Life. That's Dion's Life. DIONNE apostrophe S. Now, the next book I'm getting into will be The Epistles to My Sons, 31 Days of Counsel by Christian Winters. Um, I read this book a minute ago. Got this book a minute ago, and when I opened this book up, it was surprising words. It says, "Be wise, be strong, finish your dreams." To Josh the Undertaker. So I appreciate that. Random page, random chapter. It says proper response. Not every man deserves honor. You don't get honor because you are a man. You receive honor because have worked to become the kind of man that deserves it. Honor is not something that you have requested or demand. Honor is something that your humble nature will attract. A dangerous philosophy to adopt is to think that someone owes you honor. You attract honor as people watch your response to life. Response is very important in life. I was conducting a seminar at a very prominent university in Pennsylvania one evening as I walked down what they called the Honors Hall. I saw a plaque on the wall that read these words: 10% of life is what happens, while 90% is how you react to it. In this hallways of honors, the place where men and women had reached the height of discovery and mastered a plethora of subject matter in the most important thing, they responded to life. That's amazing. Son, as a man in this society, you are constantly taught to taught to the grave importance of obtaining goods, mastering topics, acquiring money and power, and keeping a great image in front of your woman. What good is all that if you cannot master your reactions to either success or failure? We measure our success as man of possessions. But I say to you today that the greatest possession you could ever have is the true essence of you. Once you do that, you have gained the world. It's a man's world. God wants to make decisions. God made man to make decisions. We spend too much time teaching what man became after he fell, and not enough time teaching what man was before he fell. Man was innovative. He was to have dominion and authority. He was God's made man, the only thing created by God's actual hand. Everything else was created by word. That's a powerful thought. If we don't take time to observe what man was, we won't know what we should be striving to become. Eventually life will be just a everyday struggle, and you will find yourself floating through it instead of living it. Adam made decisions before every day, and he was commanded to by God. What's even more astounding is that God honored the decision that he made. I was always a fan of mob movies. In those movies, they always make sure to point out the hierarchy of the organization. For instance, there was always someone they called the made man. This was a man that was chosen and appointed to make decisions for the organization. Those decisions would be both honored and backed by the organization. What was even more impressive was that this made man was untouchable. He was protected from harm because of the prominent position. Well, for well, far well, far before any of those mob stores existed, there was a made man who was made by God. He was given the power. His decisions were both honored and backed, and because God backed the made man, he was kept from harm. Son, the purpose of God finding you, making you safe, and restoring you, and to usher you back to the honorable seat of decisions When you submit yourself to the leading of the Holy Spirit, you are expected to make decisions for your life and the family that you have been given the privilege to lead. Don't be afraid to decide. It's an honor God has bestowed upon you. Many times we decide not to make a choice for the fear of making the wrong decision. For a believer, to not decide is to dishonor God, who made you to take authority to cover you. Guys, God gives you correct answers to protect you from a decision that may be off the perfect path for your life. He covers you with his right answers in love because the pressures in this world attempt to make us decide from the center of emotions instead of lifeline of wisdom. God wants you to make decisions. Isaiah Hicks got a burger. What's up? How you? Peace to you. This was the epistles to my sons, 31 days of counsel, Christian Winters. I'm gonna pause right here. Make sure y'all give me some likes, some hearts right now. I'm about to go to my last book. We've been on here going on 32 minutes. And again, I appreciate everyone for subscribing, sharing the page, liking the page, the channel rather, hearting it up. I see the hearts now. Let them keep flowing for the next minute. Um, let it flow for the next minute until I get my next book out. And until I get my thoughts. Just heart it up, y'all. Heart it up. And I will share with you that Ramadan is coming up here in 10, in 9 more days, y'all. I ask you to put a number one, put the number one in the comments. If you are doing Ramadan with me or without me, put the number one in the comments. If you are doing Ramadan, February 28th or March 1st, Ramadan is for 30 days. No eating, no drinking, no sexual activity with your spouse until the sun sets. I will be reading the Quran throughout the whole Ramadan. So I just had another thought. If you want to read the Quran with me, I'll be making my Facebook, my Instagram, and my YouTube. What's that shirt? Inviting y'all to come on with me on my live and read the Quran. I'll be reading the Malani Muhammad Ali version. So make sure you get this version right here. And we can read together and break it down. Well, I'm not going to break it down, but I will be reading it and going through it for the whole month of Ramadan. Couple more hearts for a couple more seconds, then I'm going to open this book up. As soon as I see them hearts again, that's when we start. There go the hearts. I appreciate it, whoever that is. Random chapter, random page. Matter of fact, excuse me. Let me do this. I'm going to do this today. I just heard it. I'm going to ask my wife to pick a number. Pick a number 1 through 100, baby.
77.
She picked 77, y'all. So I'm going to go to chapter 77. Chapter 77. Chapter 77. Those need to open a library. Yeah, I'm planning on doing that. Yeah, a small one for right now. Then from there, grow it out. Yeah. You know I got my own personal library as well, so I appreciate that, nephew. So chapter 77. Those sent forth. Section 1. Consequences of rejection. In the name of Allah, Before I go, let me get my mouth cleared. Give me one more second. Let me see if I could go on YouTube, me on Instagram on the computer. Let me see if I go on Instagram on the computer. Instagram. Oh, you can go on Instagram on the computer. That's funny. That's my first time going on Instagram on the computer, y'all. So bear with me. Look like I'm signed in already. That's funny. You know that?
Oh yeah. I don't.
That's interesting. Okay. Oh, man. Um, go live. Go live. I don't know how to go live on Instagram. It says to do. Create live video. What's my audience? Public. Next. It says connecting. Copy the stream into your. Okay, copy. Copy the stream key into software key. Select go live. Yeah, I don't get it. Let me see if I do that, maybe. Oh, I gotta download something. No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'll do that later. Here you go, chapter 77. Those sent forth. Consequences of rejection. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, by those sent forth to spread goodness, then those driving off the chaff, and those spreading goodness and far and wide, then those making a distinction, then those offering the reminder, to clear or to warn, surely that which you are promised will come to pass. So when the stars are made to disappear, and when the heaven is rent asunder. I do remember you, bro. Do you? Yeah, I do remember you. Yeah, I remember you, goat. And when the heaven is rent asunder, and when the mountains are carried away as dust, and when the messengers are made to reach their appointed time, to what day is the doom fixed? To the day of dissension. To the day of decision. And what will make thee comprehend what the day of decision is? Woe on that day to the rejectors. Did we not destroy the former generations? Then we follow them up with later ones. Thus do we deal with the guilty. Woe on the day of the rejectors. Did we not create you from ordinary water? Then we placed it in a secure resting place to a appointed term. So we determine how well we are. So we determine how well are we at determining. Woe on that day to the rejectors. Have we not made the earth draw to itself the living and the dead, and made therein lofty mountains, and give you to drink of sweet water? Woe on that day to the rejectors. Walk on that which you called Allah. Walk on the shadow having 3 branches, neither cool nor availing against the flame. It sends up sparks like palaces, as if they were tawny camels. Woe on the day of the rejectors. This is the day on which they speak not, nor are they allowed to offer excuses. Woe on that day to rejectors. This is the day of decisions. We have gathered you and those of yore. So if you have a plan, plan against me now. Woe on the day of the rejectors. Go. What's up, man? How you doing today, man? Yeah, we remember you. We chilling. Um, the weather ain't doing so good outside. Where we at right now, it's snowing. So trying to stay put for the day, but I'm going to the gym pretty soon. Trying to find a gym to go to. If not, I got weights at home. I got a gym at home, but um, I want to get out and about to keep promoting my brand, keep promoting my hoodies, my hats. Um, the emails in the description, truehicks33@gmail.com. Um, get your hoodies while it lasts, dog. That people buying left and right, and I do appreciate everyone making a purchase. It supports me. It supports the mission of peace, love, unity, community, family, and Islam. And Islam is just another word for abundance and wealth. And I know, and I feel, and I speak, and I see that everybody should be on a multi-million. It should be on a multi-million dollar budget. It's owed to us. It's owed to us. But that's another dialogue for another time. Section 2, Consequences of Rejection. Surely the dutiful are amid shades and fountains, and fruits such as they desire. Eat and drink pleasantly for what you did. Thus do reward the doers of good. Woe on the day of the rejectors. Eat and enjoy yourself for a little. Surely you are guilty. Woe on the day to the rejectors. And when it is said to them, bow down, they bow not down. Woe on that day of the rejectors. In what narration after it will they believe? So now that's the end of chapter 77. And if y'all don't mind, can someone put a number 1 through 100? 1 through 100, put it any number. And that number will represent what chapter I will read next. 1 through 100. While I do that, I'll just light up my instant. Tell me 1 through 100. Ramadan is coming up. February 28th. Who's doing Ramadan with me? Or just doing it in general? Put the number 9 in the comments. And put a number 1 through 100 so I can read the next chapter. I'll wait 30 seconds. 1 through 100. Pick a number. Tell me a number. Okay, I've got 20 more seconds. Then I'm going to just pick my own number. 1 through 100. Don't be shy. Put a comment. Say what's up. Say peace. I appreciate y'all watching, but I need more interaction. That's okay. Okay. I'm picking it now. The Holy Quran with English translation and commentary, Milani Muhammad Ali version, and it goes like this. Chapter 12. I'm going to read 2 sections. Maybe more, who knows. Section 1, Joseph Vision. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. I, Allah, am the Seer. These are the verses of the book that makes it manifest. Surely we have revealed it, Arabic Quran, that you may understand. We narrate to thee the best of narratives, and that we have revealed to thee this Quran. Therefore, this through before this, thou wasn't of those unaware. 55. Okay. I caught it, Nick. Caught it just in time. 55, 55, 55, 55. Shout out to Tru Hicks. Good chapter. Chapter 55, The Beneficent. Section 1, Divine Beneficency. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, the Beneficent, taught the Quran. He created man, taught him expression. The sun and the moon follow a reckoning. Give me hearts too while I read this, y'all. I need it, y'all. Thank y'all. The sun and the moon follow a reckoning, and the herbs and the trees adore him. And the heaven he raised it high, and he set up the measures, that you may not exceed the measure, and keep up the balance with equity, nor fall short in the measure. And the earth he has set it for his creatures. Therein is fruit and palms having sheath clusters, and the grain with its husk and fragrance, which then of the bounties of your Lord was which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? He created men from dry clay like earthy vessels, and he created the jinn of flame of fire, which then, thank you for the cash app. It's a solid. Cash app is Undertaker 5418. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Lord of the two east and Lord of the two west. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? He has made the two seas to flow freely. They meet. Between them is a barrier which they cannot pass. Which then of the bounties of your Lord would you deny? There come forth from them both, pearls large and small. Facebook just said I need a Patreon. I gotta go get a Patreon now. Let me write that down sometime. Which then of the bounties of the Lord will you deny? And his are the ships reared aloft in the seas like mountains. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Section 2, Judgment of the Guilty. Everyone on its passes away, and there endures forever the persons of the Lord of the glory and honor. Yeah, I made a website, but it crashed. The day I launched my clothing, it crashed. So I gotta make a new website. So I do apologize. Call me. Maybe you and I could work it out together. And there endures forever the person of the Lord of the glory and honor. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? And those in the heavens and the earth ask of him. Every moment he is in a state of glory. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Soon shall we apply ourselves to you, O you two armies. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? O symbol of jinn and men, if you are able to pass through the regions of the heavens and the earth, then pass through. You cannot pass through but with authority. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? The flames of fire and sparks of brass will be sent upon you. Then you will be not able to defend yourself. Which then of the bounties of your Lord would you deny? So when the heaven is rent asunder, so it becomes red like a red hide. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? So on that day, neither man nor jinn will be asked about his sin. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? The guilty will be known by their marks, so they will be seized by the forelocks and their feet. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? This is hell which the guilty deny. Round about shall they go between it and hot boiling water. Which then of the bounty of your Lord will you deny? This would be my last section. Yep. Section 3, Reward of the Righteous. And for him who fears to stand before his Lord are two gardens. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Full of varieties. Which then of the bounties of your Lord would you deny? There are two fountains flowing. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Reclining on beds whose inner coverings are of silk brocade, and the fruits of the two gardens are within reach. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Therein are those restraining their glances, whom no man, no jinn has touched before them. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? As though they were rubies and pearls. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Is the reward of goodness aught but goodness? Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? And besides those are two other gardens. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Inclining to blackness. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Therein are two springs gushing forth. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Therein are fruits and palms and pomegranates. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Therein are goodly, beautiful ones. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Pure ones confined up to pavilions. Which then of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Before them man has not touched them, nor jinn. Which then of the bounties to your Lord will you deny? Reclining on green cushions and beautiful carpets. I got two more stories. I'm closing out. Phone died, my bad. That's all right, charge it up. No, my phone is on 44%. I understand. Which then of the bounties of the Lord would you deny? Blessed be the name of the Lord of glory and honor. This was the Holy Quran with English translation and commentary, the Milani Muhammad Ali version. I'll be doing Ramadan this year for the second time. Last year, my wife and I did it for the first time. And I would say it was so many benefits of knowledge, so many downloads, so many uploads of information that I had during Ramadan. All praises to Allah for allowing my mind to be open up to the Quran, to open up to His way, to His will. I just pray right now that He will move on our behalf. He will have this day to be at peace, to love each other, to really create unity with community and having family aspects. Also having shlama. I pray for the abundance and the wealth of His people. I pray that I am a chosen one. Most definitely. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Yeah, I support it at 100. Let me take it back. I support at 99 because when I support at 100, that means you have a great channel. And when you have a great channel that you promote positivity, why not support it? Why not? This is authentic, y'all. This is real. This is no alcohol. This is no liquor. This is no marijuana. This is no drugs. I'm truly at peace, y'all. And I promote that as well. I want to push that agenda from today to tomorrow to tomorrow to tomorrow. Yesterday's already gone, y'all. So we can't talk about yesterday. And tomorrow's not here, so let's talk about today. I'm gonna be on for 5 more minutes, and just sharing my thoughts. I told myself yesterday. Well, let me take it back. I went to the gym yesterday. As some of y'all know, my mother passed May 4th, 2018, 7 years ago. And most of y'all don't know this because I don't put it out there to advertise it. The thing is though, multiple times, 3 times that I ran into, I think it's 4 times really. I'm gonna say 3 times for sure, that I ran into these people. They got the same last name as Hicks. Then the first name is Carolyn. Mind you, my mother's name is Carolyn Hicks. And I'm running into these people and they giving me good words of encouragement. So what I'm basically saying is, stay on track, y'all. Stay positive. Don't let the enemy win. Where's the enemy at? The enemy is within. Just like God is within. And I just challenge you, you, today. What's today? February 19th is my monthly anniversary too. Shout out to my wife. Gotta put that sidebar out there. Shout out to my wife. It's February 19th. We've been together for 7 years, 1 month, 2 months, 7 years and 3 months. All praises to Allah. Yes, we have our downs. Yes, we have our ups. Notice when I say downs, I'm pointing up. In any relationships, you're gonna have miscommunications or disagreement, and that's okay, y'all. Make sure you keep on loving on your spouse. Make sure you, fellas, listen to my fellas out there now. Treat your woman good. Don't let no other man come scoop her off her feet. Treat your woman right. Don't cheat on your woman. Don't beat your woman. Don't curse your woman out. Uplift her at all times. Sometimes it's hard for us, I know. But we gotta do it, y'all. I'm gonna say it like this. We are not the head of the household. We are the foundation of the household. We are not the head of the household as men. We are the foundation of the household. We came from a woman, y'all. We got our name from a woman. Yeah, that's Tupac. But Tupac made sense when he said that. So stop abusing women. Okay, that's enough on the fellas. I'm gonna stop beating y'all up. I'm gonna beat the woman up now. Woman. Uh-oh. Treat your man good as well. Show him the utmost respects. I praise Allah because my wife, she's not on no Facebook, no social media, shaking her booty. She's not wearing revealing clothes. Why? Because that's all for me. That's my wife. Not social media wife. So woman, cover yourself up. I'm not saying, oh yeah, you can't look good. Because woman, y'all do look good. I'm telling you how a man feel. I'm a married man. And what I'm saying is, woman, y'all beautiful. Show your beautiful face. No makeup. No, what's them things called? Veneers?
Yeah, the porcelain veneers and
No veneers. That stuff is hurting us. I don't know, for some reason I want to talk about designer clothes, but that's to the feet. I'm gonna get there. You have a beautiful face, beautiful eyes. Show that. Yeah, maybe you could put a little bit of makeup on. Whatever.
beautiful hair too.
I'm gonna get there. Yeah. BBO demons. Yeah, he said it, and I agree with it. BBO demons. You are absolutely right. No, you change transforming your body for another body, and then just say, you do it at age 20. Give me an age, 24. You out of school. That's a hoodie sale right there, y'all. Someone about to buy a hoodie or something, a shirt. That's what the phone call is for. So whoever bought a hoodie or inquiring about a hoodie, thank you for calling right now. What was I saying? BBLs? Oh,
Baby,
oh, it's
20
24.
some, 30. Some people be in
So
30s too.
yeah, they do. I'm just saying 24 right now, right? So the reason I said 24, so now let's do. I don't believe it though, but you said the average life for a woman. Let's do it. Let's do a American Indian because we're not African American. That's another shout out to my bro Dane Calloway. You know, go to his page as well. His channel, he's crushing it as well. So we talking about us as an American Indian, 24 years old. We get a BBL. We go down in Miami. We get a BBL. Now we coming back. We don't know who the doctor was. We just say, hey, here's this money. Go and put this chemicals in my body. 24. Now, the whole summer you living your best life. You shaking your tail feather. That's what I'm gonna call it. I ain't gonna call it no butt no more. You shaking your tail feather, right? Then after you shaking your tail feather, give it, let me see. I'm gonna say 20 years. 34, 40. No, I'm gonna give it 30 years.
You been had kids and stuff.
34, 44, 54. In 30 years, you probably had children now. You probably got a boyfriend, got an NBA player, got an entertainer, got a rapper, got a this, that, and the third. But you have children. Now your body gonna go through some more changes naturally. But you wanna put a BBL on your body, sister? I didn't even get to the hair yet, but you wanna put a BBL on your body, sister? And you having children? Having children naturally, I don't want to use the word mess up, but it naturally changes the woman body. That's what I'm gonna say. That's natural, yo. Them putting this BBL on you, and then now look how your body gonna look in 20, 30 years, y'all. You think your body gonna be like that in 30 years? Let's say 10 years. Because I guarantee you might not be going to the gym. Oh, you are going to the gym. Okay. But how long you going to the gym? How long that's gonna last? Hmm.
It's like a lot of hygiene with it because when they get those surgeries, they got to get lymphatic drainage and get that stuff drained out because if not, their stomach start looking like it got lumps in it.
Lymphatic
Then if you got a
drainage.
butt, that's
I'm looking up right now. Lymphatic drainage. Lymphatic. Oops.
you can look up like BBL maintenance.
I'm about to right now. I got it right here. Oh, okay. There you go. Let me look it up.
And they said something about they had to get touch up like in 10 years or something.
So, BBL, Brazilian butt lift maintenance is essential for preserving the results of the procedure and ensuring long-term satisfaction. Here are key aspects of BBL maintenance. Post-surgery for first few months. Compression garment. Wear a compression garment as instructed by your surgeon. Usually 6 to 8 weeks. So that's 2 months. Okay. To reduce swelling and help fat settle properly. Avoiding sitting directly on buttocks. Use a pillow. Use a BBL pillow or lie on your stomach side for at least 6 weeks to prevent fat cell damage. So that means you can't take a poop. You gotta sit down and take a poop unless you squat. Lymphatic massages helps reduce swelling, improve circulation, promoting better fat retention. Hydration and nutrition. A high protein diet and hydration help the transferred fat cells survive. So most of y'all getting BBLs, I guarantee y'all don't drink water. Y'all don't get enough hydration in y'all. I guarantee y'all going to the club and drinking liquor. Let's turn up, let's turn up, let's turn up. Yes, maybe y'all do it for the it's wow, good to be natural. That's facts. I'm natural as a man. You know, men get BBLs too.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let me get started on the fellas.
Mm-hmm.
I can now, but I digress and go to the man if y'all want me to. If y'all woman getting y'all feelings right now. So put the number 3 if y'all in y'all feelings. I'll change this fax no printer. Oh, I like that. Fax no printer. I like that. I could talk about this man. Woman, if I'm getting too hot, I could change the temperature now.
Are you telling the truth?
I know, but I don't want nobody to feel no type of way. Number 2, long term maintenance. Maintain a stable weight. Significant weight fluctuation can affect fat distribution, leading to volume less or even uneven results. Exercise properly. I guarantee y'all gonna come to Tru for the trainings. I know people out there that would train you and let you train for a whole year and you don't lose nothing but like 20 pounds. They will long stroke you. I'm a type of trainer who will know what you need, key on what you need, and get you out of my door. I don't want you to be my client forever. That's not fair. That's selfish. Oh, I got clients for years. I could see if you my basketball client. Yeah, I want you to around me for all them years. I want to see your progress and grow. But even with that, I want to train you so well that you don't need my presence on the court. This is a good talk. This is a good subject. I didn't even know I was gonna go into this.
It's voluntary surgery.
Voluntary surgery. Why do you want
Body cut, you never
you go under this knife and then you wake up, oh, where am I at? You know what the people doing? You ever notice they go a fraction too. You ever notice that these doctors they have practices? Oh, this social media, that's fact. This doctor practice on this. This doctor practice. You practicing? I thought you had your degree.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, y'all.
Yeah.
Next one is saying exercise properly. Exercise properly. I just got a lot of notes, y'all, about a lot of different things, and sometimes it comes out on my lives. Anyways, Focus on strength training, especially glute focused workouts. Squats, lunges, hip thrusts to in the head shape. Healthy lifestyles. Listen to this, y'all. Healthy lifestyles. Avoid smoking and excessive alcohol consumption. Uh-oh. As they can impact fat survival and skin elasticity. Again, y'all, most of y'all with BBLs, what you got?
They have a smell too.
Smell. Uh, it says yes, Brazilian butt lifts, BBLs can have a smell, but it's usually temporary and not cause for concern. I know it's not a cause for concern. The smell is strong or persistent. The smell is accompanied by redness, swelling, or fever. Other symptoms like dizziness, shortness of breath, or trouble breathing occur.
Cause you draining.
Your body's draining, y'all. Your body's getting dehydrated. And so let me see. I got that's all the notes. Um, um, that's it. No, I'm gonna finish this. I guess. I don't want to keep hurting these women feelings, but I guess I got to because my name's True and I stand for truth, righteousness, unity. Number three, skin and contour. Um, this guy.
What it boils down to is to love yourself. Love yourself and just do the best you can. Take.
Send a text message. I apologize. My connection was. Is it back? Okay, we back good, y'all. Internet trying to slow us down, but it ain't slowing us down. The weather rather. Skin and contour maintenance, moisturizing and skincare. Using firming creams with collagen boosting ingredients to keep the skin supple. Massage and treatments. Some opt for non-surgical treatments like radio frequency, which radio frequency therapy to improve skin tightness. Think about it. Radio frequency is what? Chemotherapy. Uh-oh. Um, Number four, touch-up procedures. Some fat loss, 30 to 50% is normal in the first few months. A follow-up BBL or fat transfer could be considered if more volume is desired. Just like Tru Hicks said, just gotta keep it true, y'all. Just gotta keep it true. Um, that's it. That's all my thoughts on the BBLs because I don't want to be.
This question: do you know what causes women to become unalive when they get a BBL procedure or afterwards?
She said, write that. Just write it in the comments. I could read it. She asked.
Hold on.
If y'all got questions, feel free to write the questions. I'll answer them the best way I can. And the question says, do people know what causes someone to become unalive? What causes? Let me think about that.
I don't
What?
know what it is.
Well, go ahead and say it. Tell me what you think.
So when they get the BBL procedure and stuff like that, like some people get lipo. So
Mm-hmm.
they sucking the fat out of. Say they sucking the fat out of a person's stomach, and then they
Mm-hmm.
doing this,
Mm-hmm.
and then they putting it in their butt.
Mm-hmm.
What causes people to come unalive? Because when the doctor is doing that, say for instance, while they doing it,
Mm-hmm.
they pinch your muscle.
Okay.
Any little piece of fat get in that muscle, that's it. It's over with.
So, like I said, I research a lot. She asked him about the death. I mean, yeah, I could say.
Unalive, you gotta say unalive.
Well, I could say death, but I can't say die. Or something
Say
like that.
unalive.
unalive. There
You
we
say
go, yeah.
words you can't say them.
No, they changed it though, but I know what you're saying. Um, that's why she getting me right, y'all. Anyways, death from a Brazilian butt lift. My study said is rare, but it do happen because it been reported. So making it one of the riskiest cosmetic procedures. People die from the procedure because they were putting plaster inside the body like the Boondock Expos with the Kardashians. That's facts too, because we don't know what we put in them bodies. So my point was saying death from a BBL is rare, but has been reported, making it one of the riskiest cosmetic procedures. The primary cause that I saw of death in the BBL patients is fat embolism. Fat embolism. This occurs when fat is mistakenly injected into or too close to a large veins in the gluteal muscles.
What you said,
Like
muscle?
Dion just said, I'm just making saying
Mm-hmm.
that the terminology behind it. Um, the fat enters the bloodstreams and travels to the lungs, heart, or brain, causing what, y'all? Respiratory failure, stroke, or heart attack. This is the leading cause of BBL related deaths. Two, yeah, I'm gonna say R6, and I'm gonna be done. Um, Number two, pulmonary embolism, blood clots. Blood clots can form in the legs, deep vein thrombosis, and travel to the lungs, blocking oxygen flow. This can happen to do this can happen due to the inactivity, improper post-op care, or underlying health issues. A lot of women, a lot of it, I gotta keep saying a lot of women because men get them too, but majority of women get them done. A lot of women will be unhealthy going into the procedure, getting this procedure done, and they don't care if they have underlying conditions. They just say, "Hey, Doctor Miami, that's a real doctor now." Well, whatever, not a real doctor, but they go down to Doctor Miami, and Doctor Miami, like Tru Hicks said, they put plaster inside of the bodies instead of the right stuff, and even the right stuff is the bad stuff. So y'all get it. Number three, infections and sepsis. Poor hygiene during or after surgery can lead to severe infections. Again, most of these girls get these BBLs. Who they with? Nobody. Who they with? They so-called bestie. And then when everything not looking right and your bestie don't look good and then you getting concerned and you like, oh nah, I ain't messing with you, I'm leaving. And you leave your bestie and leave them in Miami, and now your bestie is, come on, that's not cool, y'all. Um, Number what is it? Oh, if left untreated, infections can turn into sepsis, a life-threatening reaction to infection that can cause organ failure. Number four, excessive blood loss. The surgery involves liposuction to harvest fat, which can lead to significant bleeding. If blood loss is excessive and not properly managed, it can cause shock or organ failure. Number five, anesthesia complications. Allergic reaction or incorrect administration or of general anesthesia can. What you what?
Some dog food.
Ah, damn. I don't see no dogs. Oh, my bad, y'all. She thought she saw some dogs. They be alright. They be alright, baby. Come on back in. They alright. Sorry about that, y'all. She thought she saw some big dogs attacking our animals. Um, Allergic reaction or incorrect administration of general anesthesia can lead to cardiac arrest or respiratory failure. Some patients may have undiagnosed conditions that make them more susceptible to anesthesia risk. 6. Organ or tissue damage. If the fat injected too deep, it can puncture organs like the intestines or the liver, leading to internal bleeding. Untrained or inexperienced surgeons pose a higher risk. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm done. Drink your juices, your water, your teas. Share this video. 1 share to 1,000,000 shares. It starts with you. Go to my wife channel, Dion's Life. Go support her. Subscribe to the channel. And I'm gonna end this saying how to reduce the risks. Choose a board-certified plastic surgeon with extensive experience in BBLs. That's a must. Ensure fat is injected above the muscle, not inside it. Look into the height extension surgery. Okay, I'm back. Know your personal health risks. Heart condition, clotting disorders. Seek immediate medical help if you experience severe pain, shortness of breath, chest pain, or confusion after surgery. That's it, y'all. This is my longest live ever. Um, 82 minutes, y'all. I'm surprised I went this long. Didn't know I was, but it was worth it. So thank you for tapping in, sharing time with me. Go to the inbox, go to the email, Tru Hicks. We have hats to the socks. Until the next time, y'all, peace, love, unity, community, family, and shlama. Peace, 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 peace. Give me some hearts and I'm out of here. All right. Peace.